What's going on there, YouTube? It's been a couple days, huh? Let's see, where am I? Nichols Road? What is this? Bertrand Road? Heading back from an estimate out here in the boonies. Right where I want to be, out in the boonies. I love the woods, and I love the sparsity of the population out away from the city. I like people, don't get me wrong, but being on top of each other just isn't my gig. I'm not, you know. And when the hit shits, how can I say that backwards? When the shit hits the fan, it's gonna be bad in populated areas. So I've been struggling with, and there's all kinds of things I could cover right now about Joe Biden, read teleprompters from Joe Biden, talking about gay bathhouses in San Francisco, Joe Biden exposing his teleprompter with the picture. I mean, I can talk about all kinds of things. I can talk about Antifa, you know, BLM, terrorist organizations, this and that. What I'm going to talk about today is Trump being controlled opposition versus voting for Biden. Okay? So there are so many people out there that think just like I do. Okay? And the people who follow this channel, most of you people think just like I do. We are constitutionalists. We believe in the First Amendment. We believe in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, right? We believe that God gave us inalienable rights that cannot be taken away from us by any form of government, any person, any kind of political power. That can't be taken from us because God gave them to us. So the cabal or the establishment, they have been slowly taking our rights away one by one over the course of, well, since our Constitution was indoctrinated, since it's been established as the foundation of our country. They have been just slowly but surely taking one by one, individually, away from us. In the very beginning of our country, the Constitution was the end-all, be-all of the law. And then they got in there with their executive actions and their legislative powers and started making laws and this and that. And back even during the Prohibition era, they had to make an amendment to the Constitution proclaiming that alcohol was illegal. And then later on, they had to make another amendment to the Constitution proclaiming that it was now not illegal. So all these laws that they're making them legislatively, without our vote, without asking us, without reconciling with us, they just do it based on a house vote, basically. So they are the people, but there are people behind those people in the places of power in the government that run things. And many of you on this channel know what I'm talking about. If you don't, there is the deep state, okay? But this deep state isn't just in America. This deep state is the crown, the royalty over in the UK. It's Hitler was part of the deep state. So it's basically communism, socialism, communism. The people that want control, the bankers, the banking cartel. You can call it the Illumidonkey, if you want to call it something. I don't want to say that word because it will for sure get banned. But over the course of hundreds, 200 years, we've gotten to this point right now. And now, you know, our guns are being, the right to protect ourselves is being interpreted by the government. Our property is no longer free. You know, you don't own your property. You have to pay taxes on it. There are certain laws here to quote unquote protect us, when in all actuality, all they are is ways to revenue, to tax us even more. Seatbelt laws, speeding ticket laws, stop sign laws, zoning ordinance laws. All this is a way to tax us more by subversion. So it's not saying it's a tax when in fact it's a tax. So all these little baby laws that we abide by, we capitulate to, have conditioned us to give our freedoms away. Now you have the deep state running the government, basically, both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. Both parties are ran by the deep state. And out of nowhere, and they, of course, you know, you get Vietnam War, the Gulf of Tonkin, the new 2001 when that happened, New York City, all these things that they have done to us to get us to capitulate, to lay down, to relinquish our freedoms. I wish I could get more in depth on here, but I just can't, or else it will get banned. They banned me for talking about some stuff a while back. Anyway, they make it look like these things are acts of war when in fact they are the ones doing it. And they get us fighting amongst each other, and that's what they want. So we've been doing all this. We've been laying down. We've been doing what they want us to do for so long, and then out of nowhere we get Trump, who is the closest thing to a constitutionalist president that we've ever had. Ever. He is Republican in his fiscal terms, but he is a constitutionalist at heart, and who he is with his ethics and morals and his beliefs. As far as I know. And what this video is, I'm trying to show you is, there are these people who hate Trump so much because they think that he's part of that establishment, that cabal, this and that. They think that he is the part of the problem because he's rich, and that's not the case. As far as I know. But to vote for Biden? These people, they are the ones who brought you all this. The people backing Biden are the ones who brought you inflation. They took your gold away and way back in the day. They're the ones that run the banking system. They're the ones that have a fake global warming agenda. They are pushing LGBTQ plus blah, blah, to destroy the family. They are backing Planned Parenthood and right up to birth abortions. Okay, so actually I kind of got off track on this, but I'm hoping, and even if Trump was controlled opposition, man, I need to write this stuff down so I can convey these messages to you guys better, because I get so lost in my train of thought because there's so much going on up there. I just don't see how you can vote for Joe. How could you do that? Like, if you vote for Joe, there's so much stuff out there, just dirt on these people, and they're all connected. And Trump has come out against them. And even if he is controlled opposition, he's way, 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 way better controlled opposition than the other side. Okay? I truly believe that Trump is not involved in either of the two parties. And he is a true American. And he is a true constitutionalist. And he is for the better of our country. Putting America first rather than putting the world first. It is not our fault that the rest of the world lags behind. It is not our fault that history happened. It's just the way it is. I don't know, man. I kind of got lost off on this video, and but you guys, most of you guys in here know that there is a serious deep state agenda to try and take over this country. They've been doing it for years, and all of a sudden Trump. They almost had our guns, and they almost had our money, and they almost had China being the head of the world, and then all of a sudden Trump. They almost completely deindustrialized this nation, and all of a sudden Trump. They almost inflated our currency beyond recognition, and all of a sudden Trump. They almost had millions and millions and millions of refugees coming to this country to give the deep state their vote, and all of a sudden Trump. They almost had everybody at war in the whole world, and all of a sudden Trump. Any kind of question I ever have about this person, our president, he answers the correct way. So for all you naysayers out there, all you naysayers who are constitutionalists, who do believe in this country, but you're not voting for Trump, who else are you going to vote for? You can vote for somebody else if you want to, but all you're doing is taking a vote away from Trump. You can vote for yourself, knowing that you're not going to become president, and all you're doing is taking a vote away from Trump, who is doing something positive for this country for once. For once, we're taking care of our own people and not people abroad. For once, we're not out policing the world. You constitutionalists out there who think that Trump has this Zionistic agenda to destroy the United States, you're wrong. That's wrong. 1,000% wrong. Even if there are ties to Jewish this and that, who cares? Can you not see that this is the way that we need to go, even if he is controlled opposition? I don't believe he is, but even if he is, it's way better than what they're offering us, and we have to go one way. We can't go in the middle and disregard all this stuff, because the populist vote is what matters. So all you naysayers out there, all you constitutionalists, anybody who's in the Tea Party, Libertarian Party, Constitutionalist Party, Republican, any kind of conservative that fits over here on the right side of the world, the right side of history, you need to vote for Trump. God bless you. God bless America.